Hello everybody and welcome to Ready Steady Free From. Today we are cooking Scottish shortbread. Now this is gluten-free, dairy-free and refined sugar-free. There's a recipe I'm basing it on the Raymond Prasad cookbook, and it's Scottish shortbread, so it's recipes for the specific carbohydrate diet. Now that's the diet that I follow. The oven is already on, preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius or gas mark 4. Okay, now I've got everything ready. So we have 2 cups, here it is. These are just ground almonds from the supermarket. So this is 2 cups we're going for here. So I'm measuring in half a cup things here. So that's 1 cup, and then 1.5, and 2. Okay, now that's the equivalent to, in the recipe it says 220 grams. I go around 200 grams. You don't have to be precious about these measurements because this isn't science anymore. When you're baking gluten-free, yeast-free, any kind of raising agent technicalities, you don't have to follow the same science rules. So this is ground nuts. All right, so we've got ground almonds in here. And then we're going to add the ghee, which is 6 tablespoons or 85 grams. So I'm just going to mix that in there. I'm hoping you can see that's just coming together in a nice kind of, it's almost a breadcrumby, like a crumble mixture type thing. And crumble is another one of the things that we are going to be covering. That will come in a later recipe. So we've got that mixed nice and evenly through. Okay, and now we're going to add the honey. So we've got 2.5 tablespoons of honey. So I've got a tablespoon measure here, and I'm just going to pop that in. Okay, that's 1 tablespoon, and here's the 2nd tablespoon. And I'm just going to guess about 1/2. There we go. It's kind of like a heaped teaspoon and 1/2 because a tablespoon is 15 ml and a teaspoon is 5 ml. So a heaped teaspoon is about 1/2 a tablespoon. Okay, so we're going to mix that around. Give it a good mix, and I guess, you know, when you're mixing it you can kind of see that it is kind of resembling like it's almost like a pastry, kind of crumbly pastry mix. So we're going to mix evenly through that that honey. Now what I could have done, if I was worried about an even mix, then I could have put the honey in with the ghee and kind of mixed it in so it spread evenly throughout the mix. But I'm not that precious, so I just mix it around. You know, ground almonds are nice and ghee is nice. It gives that rich buttery flavour. And so that's that. So we're going to put it in a baking tray. 6 inches by 9 inches tray. It's probably a little on the big side, but that's fine. This one's just been washed, so it's still a bit wet. So we're going to use this is a reusable silicone liner, and you just wash it and then you keep it. It's fantastic. If you make flapjack, this is the perfect thing to have. I buy it from Lakeland. You can get other varieties and brands, but Lakeland is really, it's a thick one, and it's really sturdy and it lasts for years. It's not cheap, but it lasts for years. So we're going to spread this then across this pan. Now that's that. Now this is a great base, as well as just a biscuit. It's a great base for all sorts of things. So like if you wanted to make a millionaire shortbread or a Bakewell slice, you know, you could use it as like a pastry base for that. But we'll get onto that another time. Today it's just going to be a biscuit. Now, because I want this to have a certain thickness to it, I don't want it to be too thin because then I'm at risk of it burning. So I'm just going to kind of shape it. I'm not going to fill the whole pan, so it doesn't spread, so it's all good. It doesn't matter that I've used a larger pan than I need. So I'm just patting it down, just to kind of stop it being crumbly really when it comes to the end result. So you pack it all in together, and I would say it's probably I don't know, it's over a centimetre thick, but that's okay, it'll be nice. So now, to give it that kind of classic shortbready look, going to poke it around with a fork. So here we go. Not actually sure that they will show or stay, but don't know unless you try, do you? So that's that. Obviously I'm not going to be sprinkling any sugar over it because we're not using refined sugar in this. And we're going to pop it in the oven. It says 15 to 20 minutes, so I'm going to put it in for 12, I think, and then let's see what happens. Okay, so it's in the oven. 12 minutes I'm going to give it, and then I'm going to take it out and see what it looks like and see what it tastes like, and let it cool and taste it, and I'll update you in a bit. Okay, so it's been a little over 12 minutes. I've just checked, there goes the beeper. I've just checked the shortbread and it's ready to come out, so we're going to get it out of the oven now. So here we go. So you can see it's brown around the edges and just kind of a golden brown on the top. As I say, we don't want this burnt because burnt ground almonds isn't very nice. So we're going to leave this to cool now and then cut it up. Okay, so I'll come back when it's cool. Hey, so here we are back with the shortbread, and we're going to slice it up now. It's cooled. It's still kind of lukewarm, so I'm just going to cut it up now. Okay, so you can see the fork marks have actually, it smells delicious. It does actually smell delicious. Now, that's cutting nicely, that is, because if I'd have done it too thin, it would be cracking now at this point. So there is still some moisture to it, and that's okay. So how big you cut the pieces are entirely up to you. So I'm probably going to go for little squares, like so. 16 little pieces of shortbread there. You can see the texture. It's lovely. I'm just gonna, it's still warm, so it's still gonna be quite soft. There's no snap to it. It's gonna be very difficult to get a snap to anything that you have in the free-from world, but the sides are certainly harder. So you could give it a go at baking at a lower temperature for a bit longer, but you've got to be careful that the ground almonds don't catch. So that's really good. That's really good. Taste the almonds. It's kind of chewy. And you got that butteriness. You know, when you eat free from for quite some time, you forget how things taste. And so this to me tastes like shortbread. It's lovely. Really good. So, give that one a go. 3 ingredients, can't go wrong. Ground almonds, honey, and ghee. It's really good. I'm gonna have some more. Okay, see you next time in the kitchen. Bye.